Hey guys, what's up? It's Ethan and welcome to this week's video. It's my sister playing the piano. She's amazing. Super talented. Anyway, moving on. So I already know this video is going to be pretty long. So get your PJs, get your popcorn, and get ready because it's gonna get real. Let's go, guys and gals. So in 2013, my family, my mom, my dad, my sister, and me, and then my dad's older sister, her husband, my uncle, and my older cousin Andrew, we all went to Disney World for my parents' 21st wedding anniversary. We stayed there for about a week and it was super fun. We got to go to all the parks, enjoyed everything, enjoyed each other's company, and just had a really great time. And I personally, I love Disney so much. Like, I could go there every day of my life and never want to leave. Disney is just, it's goals. Like, so anyway, this story has to do with the Tower of Terror in Hollywood Studios. And if you don't know what the Tower of Terror is, it's basically, it looks like a giant, old, creepy hotel. You walk into this like hotel lobby when you first walk in, and then you go to like this library room or something. And I'm actually going to tell you something funny that happened to me in line, which is kind of embarrassing, but I figured I would include it anyway because, I mean, it is kind of part of the story. But at the same time, it has nothing to do with the story. Oh well. So if there's one thing you should know about me is I am a huge roller coaster fanatic. I love rides, love anything crazy like that. The Tower of Terror, you know, any roller coaster you could think of, I would probably ride. And all three of my other family members, my sister, my dad, and my mom, are completely opposite from that. They hate roller coasters. My mom, actually, she would throw up on a roller coaster. Like, she can't ride them at all. My dad liked them a little bit when he was younger, but not every roller coaster. And now he just doesn't really like them anymore. He gets, like, dizzy on them, and he's old. And my sister, I think she took after both of them. More so my mom, I guess, because she just doesn't like it. It makes her dizzy and stuff like that. So she doesn't like them either. So I'm the only one that likes them. And my aunt and my cousin, they don't like them very much either. So me and my uncle, we went on this ride, and I was pretty excited but also pretty nervous because the only other time I had been to Disney World was 2007, and I was going to ride the Tower of Terror. But as a 7-year-old, I watched the creepy video that they play inside the library, and I chickened out, so I didn't ride it. So I felt like as a 13-year-old, I was like, okay, I'm older now, I'm 13, I can do this, don't be a baby, you got this. Okay, we've got to ride this ride. Like, I want to ride this ride, and this time, I'm gonna ride this ride. And he was like, let's do it, and he's a lot like me. He loves all things ride, roller coaster, whatever. So we both go together, and everybody else just, you know, waits for us. And while I'm in the line, while I'm in like the library room that they take you to, and then they play this video about like why the tower is like haunted or whatever. And it's about like these, like, what is it, like 4 or 5 people that like go in the elevator, and then like lightning strikes the elevator of the hotel, and then they like turn into ghosts or whatever, and so now they're like haunting the hotel. So that was the video that freaked me out when I was like 7, but not the point. While this video was playing, I was walking around this like library thing, touching all of the things, which technically I don't think you're supposed to do, but I did them anyway, because I'm me. So I was like, you know, touching this little typewriter thing, and I was like looking at the books, which, I mean, I can't remember if they were real or not, which I didn't like pull them out to see, but I mean, they looked pretty freaking real. So I was, you know, just like touching all these random trinkets and stuff, and then I just kind of was like, okay, I should probably watch the video. And then I ended up leaning up against this like bookcase thing, and I watched the video with everybody else, and people kept staring at me really weird and like pointing at me and whispering to each other, and I was kind of like, okay, what you doing? Like, is there something in my teeth, something on my face? I don't know. I just thought it was like really weird, and they wouldn't like ever say anything to me, and I quickly figured out why they were staring. When the ride starts off, this bookcase opens, which happened to be the one I was leaning up against, and I did not know that. And I ended up falling to the floor in front of everyone, and everyone just looked at me like I was completely retarded and just walked away. And I was like, could have told me that, thanks so much. We go to the ride or whatever. It's like this big elevator with like, what is it, like 4 or 5 rows of seats and like an aisle down the middle. And I got on, if you're looking at the elevator, I got on the second row, and I was in like the very first seat. One of the worker ladies, they come in, and all the workers there are dressed like these like old-timey 1930s bellhop uniform kind of things, you know, the little red with the little hat and everything. And all the workers there that day, I don't know if that's like what they're supposed to do. I'm assuming, I guess, because it's like a haunted hotel. But they all look dead inside. They're all just like... And I don't know. So anyway, this lady, you know, comes over to like check everyone's, I can't speak, to check everyone's seatbelt to make sure it's like tightened. And she checks everyone's seatbelt and looks at me like really weird. She's kind of like, and skips me and goes straight to my uncle, and then does everybody else down the row. She did everybody else in the elevator but me. And I kind of thought that was weird because, I mean, I was buckled up correctly. It wasn't like I was doing something wrong that I know of, at least. But yeah, she didn't check me, so I'm like, fine, I'm 13, I can do it myself. And I tightened it up to where I can't breathe anymore, so I'm like, okay, I'm sure that's good, right? And then, like, right before the elevator doors close, she's like, have a nice ride or whatever, and then shuts the door and just stands there really creepily when the doors close. It's like so scary. Then when you go up in the ride, and the little numbers count down, you know how they do, and the doors open and you see this like hallway, like a regular hotel. Then lightning flashes, ghosts appear, and they're like, come here, or whatever. They don't act like that, I'm kidding. Then like the hallway disappears and turns into like the night sky or something. Super weird. And then the window is still at the end of the hall. I just like covered up the whole screen, I'm sorry. Then the window is like the end of the hallway, and it like floats towards you and then breaks. And then the elevator starts driving down the hallway, because that's totally normal, right? And it gets to the end, and like the creepy voice dude is like talking. Yeah, sure. Then you like just drop, you know, and you like stop and then go up again, and then the doors open and you can like see out. Never mind. So you can like see out and like see how high you are, and it's really high. It's really freaky. And about the second drop down, because you go down and then you go back up and then you go down again. About the second drop, my seatbelt broke. I'm not even kidding you when I tell you this. My seatbelt broke and like loosened. I don't know, like if this is my lap right here, the seatbelt's supposed to be like on you, and it loosened like this much. And like the seatbelt strap thingy I can't explain things, but like it was not connected to where it was supposed to be. And I probably had a mini heart attack in that second, because I mean, honestly, I'd never been so scared in my entire life. I can honestly say that, because I literally thought, okay, I'm gonna die, like for real. I'm just gonna blow out the doors and whee! That's what I was expecting. But there was like armrest things on the chair and I linked my arms on the armrest and held my hands together as tight as possible. And I would fly up out of my seat like this high and then slam back down and fly up and slam back down. And I don't remember how many times you drop up and down. I remember it felt like forever because I literally thought I was going to die. It was terrifying. And then nobody else, my uncle is like sitting next to me, not even noticing anything. He's like, wee, wee, wee. And I'm just like over here trying to live. I remember like just sitting there. I was shaking. I was so scared. And I honestly wanted to cry. Like, I'm surprised I didn't cry. I'm a big baby. I cry all the time. I'm a very emotional person. I'm honestly shocked I did not cry. And my uncle, he didn't even notice anything at all. And everyone behind me, when I got up, they're like, oh my God, are you okay? And they were like freaking out. And I was like, yeah, I'm fine. And I'm like, my butt's really sore right now, but I'm fine. And my arms, like the, what do you call this part of your arm? Like right there? Just, never mind. But that part of my arm was hurting super bad because I had linked my arms and it would just, ugh. I'm pretty sure I had bruises on my arms and my butt after that. And yeah, all the people behind me were like freaking out and they're like, do you want us to tell somebody? Like, do we need to like, they're like, you need to tell somebody about this. And I was like, no, it's fine. I'm fine. Which honestly, I really should have told someone about that. And I'm kind of mad at myself that I didn't, but I was more scared. This is gonna sound so bad. I was more scared that my parents wouldn't let me ride any rides again, like, because of that experience. And I'm such a horrible person. If something like this happens to you guys and you literally almost die on a ride, I'm pretty sure it's best to tell somebody. Don't be like me. Now, I mean, I would tell somebody. I would tell everybody, you know, about it. I would go, you know, wherever I would want to talk to the manager or something like that. And I honestly should have done that. And I ended up buying the picture just to see, so I'd have the memory. And I tried looking for it for this video and I can't find it. I know it's here somewhere, but if I ever find it, I'll just stick it at the end of one of my other videos or something. But the video, it doesn't show me flying out of this, I mean, okay, but the picture, it took the picture when we were like on the second drop, I think. So it was right before my seatbelt broke. And I was holding my like lanyard thingy, you know how they go like, you know how Disney, like they have those, aren't they called lanyards? I'm pretty sure. And then you have like little pins that you can like trade out with all the park workers or whatever, buy new pins, blah, blah. I was holding on to that at first because it like blew up. I'm honestly surprised I didn't lose it either. That would have been a sad day. That's all I care about. We got off the ride and I went to go buy the picture with my uncle and he's like, wow, that was really fun. And I was like, yeah, it was really fun. And I mean, let's be real, it is a really fun ride, and to be honest, I actually wanted to ride it again after that, but I probably would not have sat in that chair, and I know, I'm weird. And would I ride it again if I ever went to Disney? Heck to the yes. It's a really fun ride, but it is very terrifying what happened to me, and most people think I'm crazy that I want to ride it again, but you know what? I mean, let's be real, you can't live your life in fear for the rest of your life, being afraid of doing everything. And, you know, was I afraid of it? And am I afraid of it? Yes, especially now. I wasn't really until my seatbelt actually broke. But I think that's a good way of, like, conquering your fear. You know, there you go. So if you learn anything from this video, if a park employee does not check your seatbelt and acts like they don't like you, you might need to be worried. And if something like that happens to you, I highly recommend you do tell someone about this, because that is serious and that could have ended way worse than it did. I could have literally died. And in all seriousness, it really was probably the most terrifying moment of my entire life. And, did I tell my family about this? Yes, I told my family about this, but I don't think they really realized how extreme that it was, the way that I explained it to them. My sister does, and yeah, she knows. And I told my mom and my dad about it, but like I didn't go into details because I didn't want them to freak out, you know? So I just kind of very subtly said something. But yeah, don't be afraid of what your parents are going to say either, because I'm sure that now, like, I could tell them and they wouldn't like freak out, and they'll probably see this video anyway at one point. But yeah, there you go. There's the time I almost died in Disney. Yeah, anyway, if you like this video, please, please, please give it a thumbs up. Turn on the notification bell so you can hear whenever I post a video, because I'm fun, right? Probably not. Anyway, please like and subscribe. I love you guys so much. Okay, bye!